guys, my name's Maz and today I'm going to show you how you can grow on Instagram. So I run a couple of pages myself. So one of my pages is the Fitness Freedom Family 101 and my main page, Lil Miss Maz. They are small pages, but for the purpose of this vlog, I did want to share a question I've been asked so many times on how I did it and how you can too, even if you are starting from scratch. So Fitness Freedom Family 101 has over 12k followers and Lil Miss Maz, which is my main page, has over 30k. I started with no knowledge on the gram whatsoever. I had absolutely no idea what to do on social media. I think my very first post on Lil Miss Maz, which is my original and only Instagram account that I had years ago, with 4 likes maybe, my first post. So if you have a message to share, want to influence others for the better, have a service that you want to be able to provide for others, or maybe you want to just be able to gain more exposure on your own blog, products or service and or business, then keep watching. If you are here to just boost your own ego to get more followers and likes, this video is not for you. So you can click off now. And if you want to provide value to others or a service to others or your products to others that will help and is for the better, then I'm more than happy to share my tips on how I myself started on Instagram and how you can too, even if you are starting from ground zero. Okay, so the number one thing and the most important thing that you must know about being on social media, and especially on Instagram, is what is your why? Why do you want to get more exposure? What are you wanting to achieve? How are you providing value to others? And why would others want to follow you? You need to know these things and you need to know those core levels. Unless you're a celebrity or something like that where people are just going to come and watch you do your everyday living, and if you're just an average Joe Blow and you're just another girl in Brisbane City, for example, aka me, why would people want to follow you if you're really just a nobody? Not a nobody, but no one famous or anything like that. You need to give people a reason of why they should follow you. Do you go following accounts of people you don't know for the sake of it? If you think about it, everyone that you follow, there's a reason why you follow them. Maybe because they share tips and tricks on how to lose weight. Maybe because they share recipes. Maybe because it gives you a sense of wanderlust and they show you all these places around the world that you want to go to. Maybe because they have awesome products that they sell. Maybe because it's a really talented musician that is just really good at what they do and you love hearing their beats. But whatever it may be, you must have a reason. You must know what your message is that you're trying to portray, and you must know how you are adding value to others. If you're literally just getting on there to feed your ego, to make yourself feel good, and just expect people to follow you for the sake of it and boost, you need to rethink of why. Why are you doing that? Next thing that is super important, and I know you've probably heard this a million times before by so many other influencers and content creators, but there's a reason why it is important, but you have to post good quality content. And what I mean by good quality content is photos that captivate you. You have to understand, Instagram is just a social platform where you're just scrolling through your phone, you're yep. If that photo that you post is not captivating for you to stop and scroll or even look at, why does it deserve any likes or any recognition or for people to stop by and look at your profile? You've got to catch people's eyes. Instagram is a platform where it is very aesthetic. So before you just post random pictures with bad lighting or bad, just shitty pictures that don't capture people's attentions. And I'm not ragging on you, because trust me, I've done it so many times in the past. And even if you scroll down to my Instagram, especially my main one, Lil Miss Maz, if you scroll down, right down, you'll see some of the posts that I've posted in the past when I had no idea what I was doing. So I feel your pain, but you need to be posting good quality content, and also the caption underneath is everything as well. So when people stop, you have a really captivating photo, people are going to stop, and if you have a good caption that captures their attention, people will stay on that post a lot longer. Now, Instagram's algorithm actually picks up on this, and in their eyes, they're like, hang on, this person is posting some good content because people are staying on their post. So we're going to give it more exposure and show it to more of their followers, or put it on the explore screen, or however they want to do that, depending on where you are sitting in the algorithm. But yes, your goal is to have people stop and be interested, and also stop and spend a little bit more time on your post. When it comes to taking photos, I do use a couple of apps. One app that I highly recommend, that I still to this day use, and I have used since I started taking Instagram seriously, is Snapseed. So it's a free app that you can download, and I have heard a lot of photographers use it as well, and I literally use it for a lot of my posts to help brighten colors and just make it pretty and make it, my posts have that image of being good quality, even if it isn't a professional photo and it's taken right from my phone. I think a lot of my photos do look quite professional, and it's all because of Snapseed. Another tip that I can share is research your hashtags. So there are hashtags on Instagram for a reason. Now, a lot of people, and this may have worked in the past, and trust me, I've done it too. So we learn from our mistakes, but that's why I'm here sharing from what I've learned. Some people use the same hashtags over and over and over again. No, if you have been doing that, you've probably noticed that it's not gaining any more traction and whatnot. It isn't just picking any old hashtag and just using whatever you can come up with. You actually have to spend time researching on hashtags. So just quickly touching on that subject, I myself have learnt to find hashtags that's relevant to that post, because if it does land on the explore page, or people are searching that hashtag, and let's say you hashtag dog life forever, I don't know who would search for dog life forever if that's a hashtag, but it may be. But let's say you did, and you posted a photo of you on top of a mountain. How does that make sense? If people are searching for that hashtag and you on top of a mountain pops up and they were searching for dogs, how does that make sense? You're not going to gain any more followers from doing that, because people are going to be irrelevant and just scroll past it. So you've got to make sure that you're using the right hashtags relevant to your post. Usually when you do go to type a hashtag, the number of how many people have used that hashtag pops up next to it. And I usually like to go for anything that has no more than 500,000 other tags, because anything else with a higher number I find is oversaturated, and it's highly competitive. Especially if you're just getting started, you're probably going to get lost in all of the hashtag trains. So I think research hashtags, use ones that are actually relevant to that post, so that way you can attract people that are what you want as an audience and that can relate to you, because they're more inclined to jump onto your profile, check the rest of your other posts out, and give you a follow. Also, another tip. So if you haven't already, I would highly suggest to switch your account from a personal Instagram and switch it to a business Instagram. The only reason I say that is because the analytics. I don't really know any other reason, except for if you have a service or anything, people can email you and call your business or anything like that. It does give a call to action. But for myself, the main purpose that I like having a business account is for those analytics. Analytics on social media are crucial. You need to know when the highest engagement is of your followers. So it actually shows you how many, at what times of the days is the busiest and slowest. You actually see the demographics, how many, what percentage of men to women, age groups, and what countries, cities, everything that you're targeting, so that way you can get a better understanding of who like is interested in your stuff, and you can like work on those trends. Analytics is so crucial. I will also give a tip, and it's something that screwed me up in the past. I'm still recovering from it, because ever since I did it, like my engagement took a huge drop. Is I went from personal to business, and yeah, that was amazing and whatnot, but then I listened to some silly advice, and I switched back to personal, thinking that that would help my engagement. And if anything, it absolutely killed it. The amount of reach and exposure and interaction and engagement I got on my posts since going from business to personal took a huge drop, and then I freaked out, went back to business, and even like all my past analytics from like years back, or even the last 6 months, even the last year, were all gone. And I went from getting like a reach to even like 30,000 to 60,000, and this is before I had like even 30k followers, and I had like such a high reach for the amount of followers I had. I went from like having such an exposure, and it took a huge drop, and it went down to like maybe reaching 5,000 people, 6,000 people on a good post. And I honestly feel it was because I went from business to personal, and then freaked out and went back to business. So if I was you, if you go to business, keep it on there. Do not switch back to personal, regardless of what everyone says. Just learn from my mistakes, okay? Just saying. Or you can try it. Another thing that I want to share is Instagram isn't all about just like me, follow me. It's all about me. Yeah. As I said earlier in this video, you need to be providing value to others. People need to know why, and have a reason of why they should like your photo, why they should follow you, and why they should listen to you or use your product or service or whatnot. It can't just all be about this like ego boost thing, because if you literally aren't anyone that is like a famous athlete or celebrity or anything like that, why the hell would anyone follow you? I don't get it. Why do so many people think that? Like, no, like just provide value. And it isn't just all about like what you're getting from it. What are they getting from it? I myself have built some really good friendships on Instagram. Not gonna lie, there's people that I've met on Instagram that I've now met online, and I do classify them as very close friends, some of which I do work with in business as well, and some are just feel-good people that like I may not have met like in person, and I feel like they're a really good friend, you know, like, yeah, like build relationships. That's what the platform's for. So if you're getting DMs and whatnot, like unless it's like some skeezy, like, hey baby, like let me lick your, or something like that. And if it is like someone that's genuinely interested in getting to know you, or like asking for your opinion on something or your advice on something, like message back. If they're showing some love, show them some love back. Like, it only makes sense. Like, why would someone continue showing you some love that you just don't even care about? Seriously. So I honestly feel building relationships is absolutely crucial, because the more you build relationships, the more you gain respect, the more you'll gain loyal followers. You don't want to just have like this number of followers and no one is engaging or interacting with your posts or anything like that, because like, what is the point? Like, what is the point? Like, I would rather have 1,000 followers that are all engaged in my content and listen to what I say, respect what I say, give me advice, have a friendship with, and whatnot, and that actually engage with my content, than having 100,000 followers and like no one cares what I post. Also, another tip is to post at the highest time of engagement. So back to the analytics, jump on that and have a look at the trends. So every day of the week, you will see what time of day your followers are engaging with Instagram the highest. Like, there is no point posting when people are like all at work and stuff, because like, you know, yeah, people might be scrolling at work, but not so many people. People are busy, people have lives, and especially like if it's during a school day, night or whatnot, you need to pick the times where your users are most likely going to be on the platform. So that way they can actually see your post, and therefore you can get more engagement. Because the more engagement that you get, the more it like Instagram's algorithm favors your post, which will openly show it to other users. I have heard, like, even with your own followers, Instagram really only shows it to like 10% of your followers, and unless like it has high engagement from that 10%, it doesn't show it to anyone else. Like, have you noticed there's a lot of like Instagram, like other Instagram people that you follow and accounts you follow that you don't ever see their posts? So the key is to utilize even that small 10% that you've got, provide value, and make your post engaging. Like for myself, if someone comments on my post, especially in that first half hour to an hour, I will reply to every single comment. And I always do, even if it is days later, but that first 30 to 60 minutes, like after you put a post up, instead of just leaving your phone, stay on that post. Don't post if you're really busy, because if you were doing this like for the purpose of building your page and getting more engagement, and you need to think of this as a business, like it's not just some pretty social media platform and I'm gonna do a post and then come back and see how many likes and comments it gets. No, if you are actually taking Instagram seriously, you need to stay on that post when you actually have time, make time for that, post with the highest engagement, and keep with those comments, because Instagram's algorithm picks up, let's just say 5 people comment on your post and you reply back. So that gives you 10 comments. Instagram doesn't know who's replying or whatnot. They just see 10 people engaging. So in their eyes, they're like, oh, this post is actually engaging. So it actually like works well with the algorithm, therefore being able to expose it to other people that could be your already existing followers, or even get it onto the explore page and whatnot and coming up in hashtags. Another tip is to optimize every time you post. And what I mean by that is tag the location. So at the top, you can always like tag the location of wherever you are at. This is handy because when people are searching up that location, you can search something up and you'll see all the posts, top posts, most recent posts and whatnot. And if people are searching for that and they happen to find you and like your photo, like they're more inclined to come follow you. This is another way of people being able to find you, especially if like I said, you're not a celebrity or anyone that anyone's gonna actually search up on. So you've got to find ways to be able to put yourself in front of people. Using the location, also tagging other people that are relevant. So maybe if you're wearing like clothing, branding, other accounts that are relevant, like don't be spammy. There's been times I've had people like tag me in like every single post that they do, and it is quite annoying. And especially when you don't know them, even if you know them, like don't be spammy, be respectful to other influencers and other accounts and Instagrammers out there. Like you don't want to be that annoying person. But let's just say I'm wearing like Nike shoes, I'm gonna tag Nike, or it may come up on their feed as well. Like if someone goes onto their account, looks at all the tags on their account, they might find your photo, and it's another way of people being able to find you. And the last one that I can say is to be consistent. And I know you've heard that by so many people sharing that same advice, but like actually like Instagram is like a full-time job. I was so blown away when I first started learning how to grow my little pages, and how tiring and exhausting and how much effort actually goes in it. A lot of people think we just like post and like leave it. There's a reason why people get paid 6 figures or full-time salaries to manage a business's Instagram account. It's actually a full-time job. So you've got to be consistent. If you are someone that like no one is going to search and you're starting from scratch and no one knows who you are, you've got to be able to hustle and put in the work. Nothing comes for free. So yes, Instagram is work. It can be very rewarding. It can help you get a message across and be able to inspire other people, provide your service, products, whatever it may be to others, and help them in somewhat way. And it can be such a powerful tool. Like so many people think social media is such a bad thing and whatnot. Like I don't believe that. It can be, but I think it's such a powerful way to be able to help inspire others, motivate others, share your story, a message that you want to get across, or like reach people that you wouldn't otherwise reach. I think it's pretty freaking powerful. Anyway, I'm trying not keep this vlog too long. I don't actually know how long this has been running for, but I'm gonna cut it short here. If you did like this video, I would really appreciate a big massive thumbs up. And just so I know that you do want more of this kind of content pumping, if there's anything more that you want to know or any questions that you have, don't hesitate to like comment down below. I always reply to my comments and I'm more than happy to help. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you did find value, and until next time.